Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's time for Wednesday Inspiration. So today we're going to play with the Greenery Lane bundle, which is this awesome washi tape that just comes out like this. Easy to adapt to either cardstock, vellum, and I'm going to show you some examples here in just a minute. But it also has, because it's a bundle, it has a die set with this nice greenery, and then it has a stamp set also. So what's really cool about the dies is, just like the floral ones we had last year, they cut out the little washi tape. I'll get my fingers to work. So they cut that out really easily. This is the washi tape on top, and I have it on a piece of white cardstock. So that makes it really easy to scrap pieces of cardstock that you have around, or little pieces of vellum you have around. You can attach the tape to it, the washi tape to it, and then when you're ready to cut, it's ready to go. All you got to do is die cut it. So let me show you the little difference. Oh, back up a little bit. This is on page 56 of the January to April mini catalog. We're kind of like at the halfway point of this book. So we have lots of fun to play with it. Here's another showing you how it cuts out all those fun patterns. So you get that. So be sure and check it out on your catalog. Here it is on white cardstock. So you can see, easy to go. It gives that look. Here is one done on vellum, which is going to be a lot like your washi tape, where it is almost opaque, if that makes sense. Now when you put it down, some days are better than others, and you don't usually get like these little bubbles in there. You can easily lift. This might be a little bit more difficult for me because I've had it for a while. Yeah, it's tearing a little bit. I've had it on here. And then just rub your finger over it. And I also find if you take your bone folder, it also helps make those little creases disappear. So see, you can see easily it's more smooth, ready to be able to die cut. So there is your two options, one with vellum and one with white cardstock. Now I'm sure the sky's the limit. You could do all kinds. You could even put it, because this one's on white cardstock, you could put it on a soft green cardstock and you wouldn't have that white showing through. You'd have more a muted green. So there's lots of fun you can play with that. So let's get creating for our Wednesday inspiration. I'm actually playing with garden green cardstock. We're going to build our card. It's a top fold. So what does that mean? So that means that this card is 4 1/4 by 11. Okay, scored at 5 1/2. And then I am going to take this piece of white that I've already put the washi tape on, but I see that it needs a little trim work. So I'm just going to take my scissors, and I'm actually using scissors that have a coating on it. I just find that when you're cutting with paper, that's the best way to do it. Or I mean, not paper. No, that didn't make sense. How about with adhesive on it? Okay, so we have that, and let me find my seal. Make sure I have that way. And This is not lining up very well. Okay. And I'm just eyeballing, but you're probably making both edges kind of just the distance between them be very similar. And I need just a little trim job. This one I prefer to do with my scissors because that's my top fold and I don't want to cut into my paper, which could happen if I had used my big guillotine. Okay, so there is the card base. So I have went ahead and die cut a green circle, garden green, and some a white circle. Two different dies. We all have circle dies. I know the garden green one is out of Spotlight Nature. And for the life of me, I can't remember what that one is right offhand. It leaves me, but it's just, I mean, you could use a punch. If you had a punch, that'd be fine too. I'm gonna try, I think, let me look at my stash here. So I have some chocolate brown linen, and I am just going to do a big, and I mean big, pretty big size, just like that. Just, no, you know what? I'm going to try something else. I'm going to put, it got up, oh, there it is. I'm going to put some sticky right here, maybe. Well, isn't that weird that it won't? It's caught up on itself. Just what you want me to do, mess with my tape. Okay, best laid plans, right? So I'm just gonna put a piece of tape down. Okay, then I am going to do this. And so what I'm doing is just making a bow without having to tie it in the middle so that I can make it really quite large. And then you don't also have to deal with that knot in the middle, okay? And so then I'm going to place that like that. And I am just, see, look at that. You get that look. Isn't that cool? Okay. And then because that set has such cool dies, I cut a die out in vellum, Lost Lagoon, using a couple pieces from there. So I think I am going to lift that corner. It's not really adhered. Yep, like that. So, and then let's stick the vellum. And you can play with this how you like it to work for you. I'm actually going to use my little glue gun I have here so that when I tuck it under with the weight, it will stay. Vellum is, you know, you kind of have to think about your vellum because it will show tape really easily. And then we're just going to, we're going to put this on top. Like that. And this one is going to go up this way. I think it's going to go like that off that bow. Okay. And then I have my circles. So let's stamp in Garden Green because we accented with the Lost Lagoon. Almost wondering, do I want? I might, but let me get this stamped. So I'm going to just stamp, oops, press too hard. Remember with the foam pads, light touch. So there it is in the Garden Green ink. So it's going to go there. And I think I'm going to add that underneath. I like the layered look this is giving off, and I already know this is too long and this is too long. I hope that's a cool trick for you guys on the little bow, tying that right on your work surface, and then with a little sticky, and then you go from there. So let's add some of these wooden beads. Whoops. Just to kind of bring in that nature vibe that it's throwing off. Just like that. Woo woo. All right, so that is Garden Green's version. Here is Lost Lagoon's version. Oops, I forgot to anchor that. Let's put some dimensionals. Yep. I'm gonna put, you guys get to see the fun two-tone look going there. Ooh. When you're doing dimensionals, be sure and use one in the middle so that it doesn't concave. And I just randomly put these all over, made a mess, but you get the gist. Let's try to get this more centered. There you go. All right, now you have it. You have your Garden Green and you have your Lost Lagoon, and here's some more little pieces just so you guys can see how fun it is to create with this Greenery Lane bundle. Thank you so much for stopping in, and hopefully you had some inspiration today and you get out and send some happy mail. If you want to check out what's going on and what's peruse the shopping site, you can find me at WandaRileyStampin'Up.net. All right, everyone, go make some one day and send some happy mail. Bye now.